Sis, willpower will only get you so far. And this is why you are not consistent with your routine, you are not disciplined, and you keep falling off the wagon. Let me share 7 tips with you on how you can remain consistent and disciplined when the motivation is ebbing and flowing and that willpower is out the door. Step 1, choose an easy, non-negotiable trigger that easily flows into your day. Easy is the key word. In this step, you are going to use willpower to start the process, okay? For example, you need to determine what time of day, what the action is, and a cue to help you start this routine. Me, for example, I say right after I drink my water in the morning, I'm putting on my workout shoes. It's a non-negotiable, and I know what the next step is after that. Step 2, keep it so small that there's no way you can talk yourself out of it. I mean, it's just too easy to talk yourself out of this, okay? Willpower actually will push you into the first 1 to 2 minutes of the habit, which is a good thing. What I like to do for me is exercise snacks. So I'll say, I'm going to do 10 squats after my meetings instead of I'm going to do a 45-minute workout. And honestly, once I start, my emotions, if I didn't feel like doing it, they will start to shift. And those 10 squats turn into 20, 30 squats or 3 sets of 15 squats. The key is to start. Use the willpower to start, and then the rest will follow. Step 3, create an instant payoff after you do that micro action. You know those dopamine and serotonin hits that your brain gets? Well, your brain is wired to do the things that feel good, and so you repeat them when it feels good. Now, not later. So if you're doing something that feels good to your brain, and it's a great healthy habit, your brain is like, okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go. An instant payoff may look like, I'm going to listen to my favorite song. I'm going to watch my favorite episode on TV. I'm going to praise myself like, girl, you did that. I'm proud of you. Always have a reward set up for yourself that feels good in a healthy way. Now, step 4, this is really important. You need to have a positive identity statement. So after you do this positive micro action, you say to yourself, these are the kinds of things I do every day for my body. Or I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself. Now, your brain believes your words, but your actions have followed. And there's power in that. There's a mind-body connection. And as soon as your actions are in place and your words are following, your emotions will also follow suit. So give yourself some praise when you do a micro action. I'm the kind of person who takes care of my body. I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself. Step 5, upgrade your environments. Upgrade your environment. Not only is it important for you to make sure your environment within your household is upgraded, it's also important to make sure that you protect yourself from environments that are going to pull you down. So if you don't want to have junk food, don't have junk food visible in your kitchen. If you want to work out, have your workout gear laid out the night before so you visibly see it. Now, willpower can be used for this because it's a simple system that you're setting up, and it doesn't take a lot of work or effort. You're creating a system, and this is where willpower is helpful. But then the systems that you have created allows, when willpower goes away, it allows you to be very productive and disciplined because you have these systems in place. Once the environment supports the habit, you won't have to use as much emotional support to help keep you going. Step 6 is that emotional shift that is necessary. With repetition, the habit gets linked to something that feels good rather than something that's a struggle. Before, you might be thinking, working out is hard and exhausting and boring. During the emotional shift, you might be thinking, you know what? Working out makes me feel proud and in control. And after the shift, you might be thinking, I can't wait to get that energized feeling that I get every day when I move my body. And step 7 is when you start to do the habit without even thinking about it. Just like when you wake up every morning and you brush your teeth, I hope. You're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to have certain systems and habits in place that you do because you want to. the emotional pull is now stronger. It's stronger than the resistance. Willpower may only be needed on rare off days. And especially when you're just starting, willpower helps get you through those first few days and also helps you create systems that are necessary to keep you going. Most days, you're going to be running on emotional momentum and environmental cues. So, willpower, it's not a bad thing, but you need more than that. You need systems. You need emotional intelligence to tell yourself that I got this. You need to speak positive life over yourself. And you need that dopamine hit when you do that amazing thing to get that reward so that you can keep going. I'm Coach Jamila, your total wellness coach. And for those of you who don't know me, I help boss women and busy moms create sustainable habits that stick. I love focusing on my heart method that focuses on hormone balance, empowered eating, active living, restorative sleep, and thriving through stress. I hope that this resonated with somebody. And if you're up and moving, know that you are blessed. Be grateful for that. I hope you have a beautiful and amazing week. To good health. Coach Jamila, out.